Okay, so let's go ahead and start working on the image by opening in Camera Raw. So I'm going to open the first image from latest photo shoot we did, a kind of post-apocalyptic style. Okay, so right here, Camera Raw, we'll go in options, and things we want to do is take highlights. Okay, let's go zoom in. And I want to take these highlights down, usually so we can recover. Mostly what I care about these hot points, okay, like super white ones. So on restored, I don't want them. And because of that, we don't want to have also some shadows. Let's go back. Okay, by doing this, we flatten our image. And we can deflatten by going in our color mix and luminosity and just take a little bit pop up orange and red, just a little bit on a brightness. So it will restore some of this shadow highlights things. Be sure in the optics we have the remove for grammatic abbreviation and use profile correction is on to fix some problems. We'll go ahead, open, and now it's inside the Photoshop. Before continue, we're going to use the overlay type of blending with background, but for this I'm going to actually prepare a little bit my background so it will be more symmetrical, and we'll just go select corner, replacing. You can see it's very easy, very fast to select, just a little bit right here, also on the side, and I think rest is just work fine. Don't worry about like these small details. You can fix them if you need it, but the general, as I said before, we're going to use the overlay. So next, let's go create new layer. It will call retouch. Okay, retouching or touch up or whatever you want it, and we're going to use spot healing brush tool. And I'm just going general, like make smaller. We don't need to fix too much. I don't know, just small things, whatever is pop up, leave it too much in your face, but general for that theme, we probably want to keep it up, just right there. Actually, some of these elements will work just fine. Okay, there you go. Okay, not too much touch up, but general, if you want to, you can go crazy to fix it, but I think that will work this way. Okay, so let's go ahead, zoom out. Next, what I want to do, it is press Ctrl-Shift-Alt-E, Command-Option-Alt-E to take all visible layers, create one more. We'll go with this smooth, and I don't know if we need smooth for this one, but I will do a little bit. And we'll go to filter, noise, and we'll go dust and scratches. As dust and scratches open, we're going inside, like right here. Let's go look on her eyes. You can see how blurry it is because it's a radius wrong. So let's go ahead to set about radius maybe around 15, 16. See where I can see how far I'm going. It is, as I can see those details, but still be very soft. This is about the right amount I want to go in. So we'll go ahead, click OK. It's take a second till it's applied. We don't want to apply smoothness to everything, so we'll hold down Alt or Option and click on a mask. It's creating a black mask and hide that one's result from us. Now just normal soft brush, so we're going to use it soft round pressure brush, about 10 opacity, so I want to give it very soft, get closer to our model face. And I'm going just brush little bit with a white brush over, just to slightly make it smoother. On the skin. So very important in this case, avoid hair, avoid like lips, avoid the eyes, just mostly overall on the skin. And if we look, we can actually go in and check. Okay, so when it's done, okay, we can go ahead and preview. You can see just going overall face kind of smoothing. It's a little bit reduction texture on the skin, make skin look a little bit softer. Let's say the lips, eyes, we'll try to avoid. Let's go zoom out, and we'll just, to make it uniform, we'll just go very fast and do this on a hand a little bit. Not too much, just smooth a little bit over so they don't look, but we'll probably leave all there. Where if you want to create like poster look very much, you may want to add a little bit more on the smoothness. Again, it will reduce amount of this texturing on the skin, so it's look a little bit more as a paint. And of course, we can, if you want more uniform, you can smooth out skin, create noise, and apply noise as uniform texture on the skin. So you can do this one easy way as well. Okay, we create this one. Let's go clean up hair. We'll go Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E. Go ahead, create all layers put together. Let's go call it hair. And for this one, we'll go into filter, stylize, and we'll go to oil painting. Oil painting, we'll go select properties. Let's go bring here. We'll have stylization 10, cleanness 10, scale 1:1. I want to enable lighting because I want on my hair be kind of strike visible. Let's go ahead and click OK. In this case, I want to add a little bit more contrast between the fibers. So I'm going to apply filter, other. Actually, let's go to sharpness, unsharp mask. So we'll just go use it unsharp mask in this case. And we're going to set about 100, click OK. Again, it's applied to all images. We don't need it. So Alt or Option, click on a mask, create black mask. And now with a white brush, soft 10%, you can increase. I'm just going brush on the hair. It will remove some horizontal noise in her hair, so it will follow the fiber, which is will make look this hair a little bit more as a painting. So it's artificially clean, and that's what I'm trying to add, kind of semi-paint look in this image. Okay, so we'll go right there. Okay, let's take a little time. Okay, we'll just continue a little bit. Going over here. And I don't want to create a very much fiber look, but just add overall preview. I do recommend also on the top, if you notice right corner right here, I have it kind of like preview almost icon look for my image. This has helped me to see overall how the image look, how it's set up. And let's go bring maybe around like there. So if you work on book covers or posters, other things, it's very useful to see how that will look. Okay, so let's go ahead, zoom out, and that's actually look quite a bit clean. So we'll just go and maybe right there a little bit in these areas. Okay, there you go. Okay, so what we've done at this moment, we add to the hair. Usually what I do, I have these steps. I have first fixed background, retouching, smoothness, hair, and now we can add dodge and burn. I don't like add dodge and burn before smoothness because it will remove some of the specular lighting that we're going after. To create, we'll create new layer. Let's go call dodge and burn. And you can use different techniques. Usually this is what I do. I fill up with 50% gray. Okay, switch to the soft light. And I'm just using brush 10%, very light, and I'm using brush to add shadows or highlights. You can use different options how you want it. You can use directly dodge and burn techniques. You can use it clear layer. It's up to you what you're going to do. So I say this is what worked for me, and I'm just going to apply this one. Okay, so let's go ahead. And as you're going, for example, right here, you can see I'm adding like shadows. Okay, let's switch to the highlights, and highlights is white, black as shadows. If you press X key, you can see how they switch bright or darker. That's what help you to create. So we'll go create highlight on the nose, okay, like right there a little bit. Again, remember, like a chin, see what's here if we add a little bit more and a crease, and I'm using bracket, up and down bracket to create, and you can see it's already creating the beautiful look, like spectral lighting quite a bit. Also, if we can add to the lips just a little bit on the middle, and in general what's happening, it is, remember, we're still working in 2D. We don't work in 3D actually. We're working with image that take photo into 3D, but it's all just a 2D image. And perception for 3D, it's created by shadow and highlights, and that's what we're doing. We're creating the shapes by this. And if you're interested, I have special videos which is going over photography and lighting and how they work, you know, shadows and highlights. Okay, so we'll go right there. Let's add to the edges. For example, we'll do it the arm. We'll just make like right there. Okay, a little bit add right in this area, a little bit darker. And of course, we're going to add a little bit more. So we'll do that one. Let's go ahead and zoom out. And you can see it's before and after. Not very big changes, but just add a little bit more to the depth, I think. Okay. Right there, maybe on the shoes. This, what is the dodge and burn? This is not environmental dodge and burn. This is dodge and burn just to create model looking. So when we start putting inside the environment, then we'll start adding more environmental dodge and burn, shadows and highlight. Okay, so let's go ahead now create background. And background I created from model from the DOS, but I used Vue to import, set up materials, sliding and all other stuff. So right here, example, and this is done in Vue. So we have it nice, beautiful set. We also have it our alpha channel if we need to replace the sky, but also I want to work a little bit on tone mapping, for example, bring details. And nice things, when you render inside the Vue, you can also save as HDR, which is have it more dynamic range. And now I'm using Framatix Pro to take this HDR image and tone compress it to bring a little bit more details in the texture specifically, because other ones was washing out. So we'll go tone mapping. You can use any other application. You can do it inside the Photoshop or other things, but general, it's my workflow, how I work. So it's kind of sharing with you. And you can see right here, we have a nice, beautiful set, and my set is a string 97. So tone compression, you can play around a little bit with this, see which one kind of work better. Actually, you know, let's go maybe 2 and 5, because I'm don't care too much about the sky. You see how we have a problem right here in the lighting, like right there, kind of shadowing. But because we're using alpha map and we'll remove it and replace the sky, so that will work just great for us. Saturation, lighting adjustment, I think it's all good. Let's go ahead and click finish. It will pre-process this. Okay, it's a run through the mapping details. Should ask for the post-processing, we just pop up a little bit on sharpness. Let's go click done, and we're going to file save image. So it's saved as TFF image for us, and we'll just go and open. Right here is our TFF. We'll go select. Okay, let's go select this image, drag, click, and drop on top of our other images. We'll just be sure they're all aligned properly. Maybe there you go. So they're properly aligned. I'm going to hold down Alt, again click on the mask to hide, and now we'll take a brush, white color, maybe 20%. Let's go ahead with 20%, and I'm just going to brush in mostly probably around that area. And you can see as we're brushing, this texturing details come up a little bit more grungy. It's what I want to do. I want to bring that grungy look. I don't necessarily like a ground. It's okay. We'll go to overlay that ground soon, but I want to just add slightly grungy look, and mostly right around here. Okay. Okay, and as we preview, you can see we have it before and after. Just add more on this texture. So next, what I'm going to create, hold down Alt or Control, click on the mask, so it will select the mask, and we can Control Alt Shift E to go ahead, create brand new, and let's add mask to this. So if we look, this is our mask. You can see we have it no sky at all, and we'll just take different sky. Again, just let you know, this is a background. Not everyone have these backgrounds or skies or whatever. These backgrounds, it's new park from post-apocalyptic that I create from different models, render inside the Vue, and as HDR and Photoshop files will be available for my Patreon subscribers, will be available on the Patreon side. You can download it through there, through Gumroad, or you can purchase if you want to support. I'll greatly appreciate this. So all of this part is available for you, for those who kind of looking for them. So let's go ahead now, and I'm going to my folder with some textures. So we're going ahead, let's go create this. I'll just take one. This one, we'll put it down here. This will be a little bit overlay for background, and I'm going to scale. Okay, let's go right there, hold down Shift, and just be so sure it's scaled properly. This way, let's go see how far we can go below. I think about right here will be good. Okay, we don't want to leave it like this. We want to go to soft light, switch blend mode to soft light. Let's go look overlay, soft light, multiply. Multiply actually is not bad either, or soft light. Yeah, let's go with the multiply. Multiply, give it a little bit darker. So we'll go also hold down Alt or Option, click on the mask to hide. We'll take our brush. That's what we did before, and we'll start brushing, you know, maybe 10% opacity set on this one. And we'll just start kind of brushing in. What it does, it's add a little bit extra details to our ground. So we can see kind of like a little bit more interesting, I think, than just flat. Add extra texture. You can add texture of the concrete, other ones. And many times when I work with a 3D applications, I find sometimes texture maybe is not good. By using this overlay with a different blend techniques, you actually can do create quite a bit nice blending modes or look overall. So right here, before and after, you can see. Definitely just add something more interesting to this. Okay, let's go replace our sky. And the skies is actually a little bit easier because all what we need to do, just grab and drag the sky. Vue is very excellent tools to render sky. However, it is maybe sometimes take a little bit longer time to render, or maybe you want to replace, you don't necessarily always want to use the same. It's the reason why I'm render with alpha map. And because of this, I can go easy, just go ahead, take it and replace it. And you can see right here how fast it takes for us. And we can put it any different sky if you need it. For example, if you don't like this one, you want to put it more cloudy, so we can just drag right there and put it right here. Maybe around that area. There you go, we have a different kind of, but I like the other ones better. Okay, so let's go create one. Okay, we created 1, 2, 2 layers. I think it's look good. One thing I want just to be sure, come closer to my plant. Okay, I'm just looking on this edge. And you see sometimes have a very hard edge. It's not what natural will be looking anti-aliasing, so we can fix this. Let's go click Control Command, click on the mask again. It's selecting, and we'll go to Select, Modify. Let's go to Contract, and we'll go Contract by 2. You'll see 2 pixels inside. Maybe it's too much. Okay, so let's go ahead and do. Select, Modify, Contract by 1. Let's do 1 pixel. So I'm just looking on a branch that was already too small. And next we need to go Select, Modify, Feathering. And we'll just feather by 1 pixels as well. Let's go back, be sure we have our mask set. And I'm just going to duplicate this just in case, hide it 1. And in the mask, we're going to fill this with our color. So what it does, okay, let's uncheck. It will create a little bit softer edge on this. So let's go ahead right here. Yep, right there, there you go. Okay. Okay, so right here we have it little bit softer edges. So look a little bit more natural. Okay. Let's go enable our sky. And we can come closer. You know what? Right there you can see how it is softer. Okay, this is before and after. So just create like natural, almost anti-aliasing look this way. And you can try with different contract pixels. Depends, sometimes you may want 3, 2, or 1. 2, I think maybe even work, it's what was 2 and 1, so it will work better this way. And it makes softer these blending edges with the background. Okay, kind of done. Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E from top layer. So this is background. And now we can take this background, drag, and drop with our model located. So we'll go ahead, click OK. Notice it is a square. And the nice things about square one, that we can easily use it in one or another type. And I'm just going maybe right here. Okay, so we'll adjust positioning. I'll show you shortly how to do this. So we'll put it right there. Let's go switch blend mode. And how I said before, it is kind of like blend mode compositing. So it's not, we don't take edge. We'll just use it soft light or other ones to bring in. And we're going to create a mask, Alt or Option, so it will hide. And I will take a brush and start brushing in. I want to brush with 20% opacity. And we'll just start brushing in. The nice things about this, you will be look very nice. Again, we don't worry too much about edges because they will blend very well, our edges here. But at the same time, we'll have a nice texture of background coming and a blend, and the focus again will be on our model. Notice on a hair. So with this blend mode, it's actually much easy to go with the hair. I like how it's just brush strokes and color and everything just to blend together. So we'll go close to the body. That's what I want to do. Okay, like right there. Let's go by the barrel, and soft lights should work very good in the darker areas. You can see we have a nice cast back. Sometimes if you have it too bright, you may have it elements a little bit coming transparent, so we'll need it come back after and fix this. But in some case actually it's work in the benefit because it will look more as a reflection on some elements, so maybe you want to keep it this way. Okay, let's go back here. Same, we'll just brushing. And you can play around a little bit more, see what intensity you want it. But I don't want to go like super photorealistic on this because I want to create like almost painting a look, and with this mode, blending mode, it's helped me achieve this. So you definitely know it is somewhat not real. You can see it is like coming on a background. However, it's have this nice beautiful overlay effect, and model is our okay. On a hair, like right there, you can see a little bit overdone, so we'll switch to the white and we'll just paint back on her hair so we can still preserve there. And you know what, let's go to, yeah, this is about right. Okay, let's go up here, X, we'll go closer by the hair. There you go. Now we can zoom out, bigger brush, and you can notice when closer I use a smaller brush, a little bit more far away we're using bigger brush. Again, it's all soft, nice brush. If you want it, you can always use it by pen if it's feel more comfortable to you. And right here a little bit darker, but I'm using with mouse. I work a lot with 3D, so it's reason why. Okay, what's happening here, our color is not necessarily total match. We'll work on this a little bit, and a barrel look a little bit out of the scenery. So on this case, I want to create a new layer. It will be our global dodge and burn. We'll go to fill up with 50% gray, switch this to the soft light. And now when we on a black 10%, we can actually start painting in more environmental lighting. So we'll start painting on her, like on a barrel. We can also switch to the white light, white color, and just add light source, because see, she's sitting right here, the light coming from this area. So we kind of will go to do this way. Okay, let's go again. Black. Add a little bit darker. Her shoes, her hair. Okay, let's go create new layer. And I like to add sometimes fog or different elements. So then we're going to select fog. Let's select maybe around this fog. Okay, we want to be sure it says 100% opacity. There you go. And we can also just click select color, add a little bit of the color. You know, maybe let's go with this fog. There you go, that's better. Okay, and then usually what I do, I'll just select the colors around closer there, and we'll just do with those colors. They just help kind of blending. Okay, we can also select a little bit of bluish, add almost like hiding. I don't like those ones, so I'm going to select different ones. Just help a little bit blend in, I think. There you go. So let's go ahead next. They are a little bit on a background, so let me check one thing. So right here we have a background. It can say we can actually work on background, because remember, this have it mask right there. We have an icon. It's called linking. So if we unlink those and we'll select background, now we can just move background and don't worry about mask. Masks will be there, so I can actually set and see which one looking better. So I think the tree behind here look, no, I think this way it's look more interesting, like right there maybe. There you go. So it's kind of nice about this, when you have a bigger background, you can move around, realign how you want it. Okay, let's go ahead and create a new layer, and we'll call this dust. So next we'll go to Shift Backspace to open our fill menu. We'll fill with 50% gray, normal mode, 100% opacity. Next we're going to filter, noise, add noise, and we'll add 5% of the noise, Gaussian monochromatic. Click OK and switch to the soft light. So what it does, it's add uniform noise that we wanted apply everywhere, because her skin, the background, if you look, it's a little bit different. One is too noisy, one is not noisy. With this, we add uniform noise. It will look like it's all was done at the same time. Okay, let's go ahead, Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E, go create new layer. We call this the After Dodge and Burn or Global Dodge and Burn, just to add details, some effect. And we'll go to Image, Adjustment, Black and White. And in black and white, we're going to just take pop-up a little bit reds and yellow up. Click OK. Next, we're going to Image Adjustment, Shadow Highlights. And Shadow and Highlights, if you just see like these two values, click right here, Show More Options. Box, it will expand it. We'll put it 100 and 100% on the highlights and shadows. We take radius about 15% for this. And I want to just take this tone, and we're using the soft light overlay on this. Okay, so for this 50% gray invisible, and if it's darker, it will be darker, and brighter. So I'm just add a little bit more contrast on this. We're also going filter, sharpen, and we'll go unsharp mask on the same layer. So if we look, you can see it's add way more green, so we can go like around that area. Let's go click OK, and we'll switch this blending mode to the soft light. Overall, you can see it's quite a bit adds sharpness and details. We don't need that much, but I do like how it's come up. So we'll go about maybe 30%. Again, these options you can play around, see which one is better working for you. In this case, let's go next. We kind of add maybe more global dodge and burn. And this is what happened. Oops, I don't want group, I want dodge and burn. You want to create multiple layers, even they maybe do exactly the same things, but you do this in small increments, and this is actually help you to control a little bit better. So 10% opacity, so we'll just go add right here a little bit more darkness in this area, X, and we'll add a little bit more brightness. This is also help us to keep the attention on the face of the person. That's important. So let's go ahead, Control Shift Alt E, Command Option Alt E. I'm going to add some color corrections, but I'm going to use the filter Forge. It is a 30 days free trial. You can download it, but it's per purchase, and I have thousands, I think, different filters that you can use it. And I'm going to use one of the filter I created. It's free to download. You can use it, called Phototone. It just helped me to work with the luminosity and different color channels in a fast mode, so I can just click and use it preset, and you can see how big is different. Also inside the settings, I can go and modify, like for example, I want to add a little bit more red color, or going to warmer green. Cold actually looks, you know, we add teeth, it's going to come up a very good vampire. Okay, so we'll go add overlay. You can do exactly the same by using the curves, like color blend mode and luminosity mode inside the Photoshop. Okay, right here we have a sharp, nice, beautiful image. Let's go to take blend mode and maybe just bring not all the way, it was a little bit too strong. And next I'm going to create selective colors. This has allowed me to go from different channels and adjust. We'll start with the black. I don't necessarily like all this crush black, so I'm going maybe about -1, 2. Black is going inside the blue, 2, little bit greenish for cyan. And we can see we can have cyan or a little bit red. I think actually I'm going to a little bit warmer, maybe about -2 on this. Let's go now to the neutral. And neutral, we want to go a little bit to yellow. So we're playing with all these complementary colors. That's what we do, going around. Yeah, actually this one, I like that color. So we'll definitely go on this adjustment. Okay, here's our highlights. Oh, actually I do want highlights a little bit more. And we'll add a little bit more warmer color to our highlights. If you want to also modify, right here we have it our blue, and remember blue, it was our sky. but I think maybe we need to bring brighter or darker. Yeah, let's go a little bit darker. And we can go reddish or blue. Yeah, let's go blue, greenish, cyan, kind of like create a little bit more cyan, warmer, cold. Okay. So we create this image. Let's go add a little bit vignetting border around this. And I'm actually going under selective color because I want to apply color there. We'll go curves, and curves I'm going to take this top, drag all the way down. Now select marquee tool and draw a square, not all over, just with kind of like border, and we'll fill up inside with a black color. So we have all this masking tool. Now on our curve we go in the mask tab, and a feathering will just pop up. So you can see it's creating this border, except I won't switch this border to soft light blending mode. You can see we just created. Again, this is non-destructive type of the framing a little bit. Help us bring again attention towards our person. If you think it's too strong, let's go take a little bit down on the vignetting. You go around that. And we'll can go take now our text tool. And just type our names, wherever you have it. Okay, right here. Maybe a little bit too small, so I'm double click to select my text and bring maybe 2 slightly higher points. There you go. I'll put it usually in the end, and it's still kind of visible, but I will take it down. So it's what I don't like it's well named, take it off. You definitely can see right here, right, but overall it does not distract you from viewing your image. Okay, let's go ahead, select all our editing, group it. Let's go call it edit. And at this point, you can see this is what was before. Okay, after camera raw, remember, but before our modification. And this is what we did after, before, and after. So just add a little bit more to the story of our person. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you find it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you watch on YouTube, if you're a Patreon supporter, I greatly appreciate this. And you can download it, this background pack with all this post-apocalyptic kind of areas. Will be available for you for free. And hopefully you'll find it's kind of useful. And please share your work, what you're using this in your inside. Thank you again, and have a fun, creative time.